Okay, we are here. We are here. Let me let the people on Instagram know that I am live right now. Okay, hey Phyllis, Lady Hacker, my day ones. I'm glad y'all here. Phyllis, I ain't seen you in a minute. How y'all doing? I had to put my glasses on to see what you were saying, girl. Your hair looks great. I love it. Thank you, girl. This is Lita. This is Lita. I'll show y'all the stock card. And I bought this wig in 3 different colors. I liked it so much. I went back and got some of the other colors for this wig. This is in the color S1B30. And I don't know if you can see it, but it does have some brown in it. Little brown blonde streaks through it. The stock card doesn't show it, but this is the way it here. So this is Lita, honey. Yes. Go online to samsbeauty.com. That's where I get so far. That's where I have been getting my wigs. samsbeauty.com. And honey, Lita was only my lips are dry. Lita was only like $19, I think. Lita cheap, girl. These little synthetic wigs are very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. Lita was $20 at the most. I don't think I've paid over $20. I think I only paid over $20 for one wig so far. But all of my other wigs have been like $19.99, $17, $15 in that price range because I'm still new to this whole wig thing. And I'm not going to be out here buying no expensive wigs. And, I don't know how to fix the lace and, cut the lace and glue the lace down and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not doing all of that. These are half wigs. That everybody is wearing the different color headbands. You can change your headband because they're half wigs. This is not a full wig. This is a half wig. And if you're able to take your own hair and blend it with the wig, you can do that. But I can't do that because my hair is not going to blend with this hair. My hair is too curly to blend in with this wig hair. But I mean, I like it. I like to, and it's so easy. You just throw on the wig and throw on the headband and you're done. So simple, so no glue, no lace. Hey, Faith. Hi, Autumn. There's no glue. There's no lace. There's nothing. Just, throw your wig on and go on out the house. I don't see how these young girls now put all that glue and when I watch them putting their wigs on, it is so complicated. Cutting the lace and putting the glue and tacking it down and holding it and blow drying. And I can't do all that. For one, I don't have the patience. And for two, I don't want all that glue and stuff like on my hairline. Like our mothers, they didn't do that. They put a couple of bobby pins in the wig and they went on about their business. They wasn't gluing no wigs down. And they looked beautiful. Like ain't no way in the world my mama would have glued the wig down to her head. So I don't know what these young girls, they doing too much for me. This is perfect for me. Just throw the wig on and throw the wig on and go on about my business. That's all I want to do. I mean, there's some little combs in there. I stick the combs in. This one has very small combs. One on each side and then a comb in the back. I'll put them combs in, put this headband on and go on about my business. I do want to get into those wigs, the full wigs that don't have any lace, the ones that you don't have to glue down. I have seen some of those. Now I do want to try those. I don't want to try anything where I have to come home and cut the lace myself because I know that's not going to work for me. I know I'm not. Faith said, when I wore wigs after chemo, I could not stand that glue. Finally said, forget it. If it blows off, it blows off. Okay. I'm not going to glue anything down to my forehead. I'm not going to do that. So I wanted to talk about what I saw earlier today. So it looks like, and I want to find the statement that Vanessa Bryant put out about her mama. So it looks like her mother, Vanessa Bryant, who is the widow of Kobe Bryant, mother is suing her for $5 million for, she claims, money that Vanessa owes her for taking care of the kids. She said that she was the one that took care of the grandkids while I guess Vanessa and Kobe was out living their lives. The grandmother claims that she took care of the children and she wants to be compensated. So the article said Vanessa Bryant's mother is allegedly demanding $5 million in financial support from the Bryant family in what Bryant says is a frivolous, disgraceful, and unimaginably hurtful lawsuit. So this is the statement that Vanessa Bryant put out. She said, my mother is continuing to try and find ways to extort a financial windfall from our family. I have supported her for nearly 20 years, and she was never my or Kobe's personal assistant, nor was she a nanny. I have always been a stay-at-home mother, and my husband and I were our daughter's full-time caregivers for nearly 2 decades. We arranged for my mother to live in our nearby properties at no cost to her because she had claimed that she didn't have any money to buy her own home after her divorce. My husband and I felt it was best for her not to live in our home. She watched our girls from time to time, just like most grandparents do. She did not take care of business issues or expenses. She was a grandmother who was supported by me and her son-in-law at my request. She now wants to back charge me $96 per hour for supposedly working 12 hours a day for 18 years for watching her grandchildren. In reality, she only occasionally babysat my older girls when they were toddlers. As of 10 years ago, Our kids were full-time students and athletes, and I didn't have another child until 2016. Her claims are obviously false, but I still tried repeatedly to work things out with my mother. Contrary to what she's saying, I haven't left my children's side since the accident, except to visit the cemetery to make arrangements. Earlier this year, I was looking for a new home for her, and a week later, she went on television and gave an interview disparaging our family and making false accusations while living rent free in a gated apartment complex in Newport Coast. Even after that betrayal, I was willing to provide for my mother with monthly support for the rest of her life, and that wasn't good enough. She instead contacted me through intermediaries, contrary to what she claims. My phone number hasn't changed, and demanded $5 million, a house, and a Mercedes SUV. Because I did not give in to her hurtful threats and monetary requests, she has spiraled out of control and is making false and absurd claims. She is now trying to get more money than my husband and I ever spent to provide for her while he was alive. She has no regard for how this is affecting my children and me. She wants to live off of my daughters and me for the rest of her life while continuing to collect monthly alimony from her ex-husband since 2004. My husband and I have never discouraged or kept her from providing for herself. This lawsuit is frivolous, disgraceful, and unimaginably hurtful. My husband never promised my mother anything, and he would be so disappointed in her behavior and lack of empathy. And it was signed Vanessa Bryant. Her mama. Somebody go around there and check on her mama. Because this woman, now this is a classic case of greed. Vanessa had already set her mama up in an apartment that she was paying for, and basically, in her own words, said that she was going to pay for it for the rest of her life. I'm going to take care of my mama. But just taking care of her wasn't enough. Her mother wanted a brand new Mercedes, and she wanted to get out of the apartment that Vanessa was paying for and wanted Vanessa to buy her a house. I guess she felt like, well, Vanessa is, you looking for another house, so you about to have some money, so you can buy me a house. And I'm pretty sure that Vanessa, is looking for another house because she wants to get out of the house that she's in because it's probably too many memories of Kobe. Like, I wouldn't want to stay there if my husband had passed. I would want to get into another house also, where you can start over fresh. Like, there's too many memories of Kobe. There's too many memories of the daughter. I can't even, Gianna. There's too many memories of the daughter, like the daughter's bedroom, all of Kobe stuff, all of the daughter stuff. Like, you can't heal, you know, looking at that every day. It's very, very hard. It's very challenging to heal continuously looking at your husband's things, his clothes, and then your daughter's bedroom. You can't heal like that. You can't, because you're constantly looking at what you wish was still there. Hey, Moth Mama, I cannot believe. I mean, I can't. I can't believe it, because there are a lot of people out there who allow greed to mess up their mind and push them in a direction that you probably would never have thought that they would have went. But I'm pretty sure that Vanessa knew that her mama was greedy. She probably didn't know that her mama was going to go $5 million greedy, but she probably knew her mama was greedy. And her mother probably looked at the fact that, oh, you about to sue this, the company, you're going to sue them, you're going to get more money. I'm pretty sure you got his life insurance, so you got more money. So you gonna give me some of that money? And Vanessa was probably like, no, I still got to take care of my kids. Vanessa still has to make sure that her children are set for life. She has two very small kids. The youngest ones are real young. And then her daughter, her other daughter, who I'm pretty sure is going to be going to college soon. She looks college age to me. I think she graduated from high school. She wants to make sure that her kids are set for life. She shouldn't have to make sure that her mother is set for life. Like, it's nice if you can set your mother up for life, but your mama grown. And then I look at the fact that I look at Kobe's parents. I know Kobe had some issues with his mama. I'm like, so did money just really mess up both of these families? But there is no way in the world, knowing that my daughter had went through, one of the biggest tragedies of 2020, there is no way that I would want to be the one to add more stress on her. It's like, I can't even believe that her mother is like that rude. Like, Vanessa is still healing. She didn't just lose her husband, she lost her child also. She's grieving in more than one way. You lost two people at the same time. You lost your partner, your husband, your other half. Even though I hate when people say that, because as women and men, we're already complete. My husband is not my better half or my other half. I'm already complete. I am a complete person. He is not half. He didn't come into my life and make me complete. I was complete when we got together. So he is my partner, but I just said that to just bring emphasis. But I don't like when people say that. But she lost her partner, her life partner, and her child. So she is grieving in two different ways. Like, she's grieving the loss of her partner, her lover, her friend. And then she is grieving the loss of her child that she brought into this world. Like, no one wants to have to bury their child, have to go through that type of situation with their child. Hey, Life With Us TV. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I've been popping in on your channel too. Me and my husband gets off work late at night, and he's been sitting around with me watching your channel because my husband likes your husband's beard. He's like, oh yeah, oh, he got it going on. Now that's a beard. So we've been watching y'all. I'm glad you came in, girl. We've been watching you. But this has been the saddest situations that I have seen in a while for her mother to file a lawsuit to sue her for $5 million. I just really can't believe it. I mean, because this kind of stuff is not going to do anything but just add more stress to her. I'm pretty sure Vanessa has, a team of lawyers. When you have that kind of money, you don't just have one lawyer. You have a team of lawyers. You have lawyers that take care of, this type of stuff, lawsuits and stuff like that. And then I'm pretty sure she probably has to have some type of property, realty, lawyers that deal with property and all of that kind of stuff, because I'm pretty sure she's selling property and, all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure she does, have a team of lawyers, but lawyers are not free. You know what I mean? So her mama is making her spend unnecessary money because you greedy. And then the mama ain't gonna get nothing out of it. And if I was Vanessa right now, I would be like, you know what we gonna do? So at the end of this year or whenever the lease is up for that apartment that you in, since you ungrateful, and since you've been saying I've been robbing you for all this time, and you can't be grateful in the gated community that I put you in, community, shout out to Rich Lux. You gonna take care of yourself now. We gonna make sure that you can stay there until the lease is up. But when the lease is up, I'm gonna need you to find some place to stay, because I wouldn't put not another dime on my mama's housing situation. My mama will have to learn how to take care of herself, and you most definitely will not be getting a Mercedes from me. So, now if I bought you a car, if you driving around in a car that I bought you, you could keep that car. But as far as me paying your rent for the rest of your life, girl, bye. I'm gonna need you to go find you someplace to stay, because you can't stay here. No, you not gonna be able to stay there unless you make arrangements with the people. But the check is not gonna be coming from my husband's estate. You done messed that up. See, people get greedy and mess their whole now you done messed up your whole situation being greedy. I wouldn't give her a not another dime. You can keep that car, and if I bought you furniture and all of that stuff, you're more than welcome to keep that. But I won't be paying your rent no more, mama. I just won't. Unless mama come on, because they said she's been doing interviews, talking about Vanessa and all kind of stuff. So, mama, you gonna have to go back on the show that you was on, and you gonna have to apologize. You gonna have to say how wrong you was. You gonna have to get deep in your apology. Like, your apology gonna have to be deep. You gonna have to go, girl. You gonna have to roll around. You gonna have to catch the Holy Ghost and everything for me to forgive you. So, Vanessa, honey, if I was you, I would just let mama go. Let mama do some soul searching, and when she get her mind right, then you could deal with her. But I wouldn't give mama not another dime. I'm sorry. And y'all can say, oh, you mean, okay, well, I mean, but I wouldn't give mama another dime. And another thing that's in the news is Pastor Jamal Bryant is getting drugged from Genesis to Revelations. See, I stopped watching all these housewives shows. I don't watch them. because they are extremely toxic. And it's not just the housewives shows that have the African American housewives. It's all of the shows. They want all of the women to fight each other and be catty and childish and toxic. And, so I stopped watching them. Like, I was a Housewives of Atlanta fan. Okay. I was following all of them on Instagram. I was following all of them on Twitter. I followed them because I really liked them when the show first started. And then I think I was watching Orange County or one of the other ones. I watched one of the other ones. But even the white women started fighting. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna be able to do this. The white women fighting, and white folks fight different. They don't really, they don't get down like we do. And when white women read each other, they reading on a totally different level. Like, we get dirty when we read you. We gonna talk about your wig, your mama, your daddy. White people don't do that. They, their reads are more classy and, oh my God, I don't believe she said that. Well, I'm gonna pick up my purse and I'm, so I can deal with them. But it just got too catty. Like, every episode they were fighting, people were divorcing. Cynthia and her husband got a Nene and her husband got a divorce. Then they got back together. That just started to get on my nerves. Like, all of that chaos and stuff. I don't do well with chaos. I really don't. After it's too much, too many storylines, too much chaos and too much drama to keep up with, my whole mind starts to shut down, and it's just no longer interesting to me. So Pastor Jamal Bryant, I guess, went on to, is it Housewives of Potomac? I think it's one of them, child, and got into some mess with one of the housewives. I guess he was dating his ex-wife, but claiming to be single. Now, you're a minister. I would not want the minister of my church, for one, to even be on a show like that, because the show gonna get ratchet. That the women on the show be fighting each other, and it's going to be some drama, and everybody is going to be involved in the drama some kind of way. So he got caught up in some drama. So he took to Instagram, supposedly to clear his name. But you know how that is. When you go to Instagram Live, to clear your name, you have to involve other people. That's where you mess up at. So he, trying to clear himself, called out one of the other women on the show, and it just looked stupid. It just made him you didn't clear your name, sir. You just made yourself look more guilty. I just don't understand how these, for one thing, pastors are just totally different in 2020 than they used to be when I was young. I don't even see him as a minister. Like, he just didn't come off as a minister. He just came off like, oh, I'm dropping these receipts. I'm giving you the real tea. Like, and then people look at that. Like, I was reading some of the comments on Twitter, because of course he was trending on Twitter when I got up this morning. And I was like, why is he trending? And, I was looking at the comments and stuff, and, it's just this running thread about this is the reason why there are so many people leaving the Black church. Because they can't even take the minister serious. And if you can't take the minister serious, how are you even, how can you bring me to Christ if you arguing with somebody on a reality show? How? You sitting here arguing with somebody, a woman, on a reality show, and you gonna try to bring me to Christ? How? Which Christ? I don't even understand that. I don't even understand how people can even look at him as a pastor, as their pastor. You sitting up here arguing with another cast member that is a woman from a reality show, and you're a minister. Whatever she said about you, you should have just ignored it. You should have ignored. Do you know how many people talk about me? And I only have like 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I get people talking about me. I ignore them. I don't give them no attention unless I really want to. I'm not about to give you no shine because you're trying to get my attention. You're throwing out bait that I'm ignoring. You couldn't ignore her. You couldn't just be like, I'm not even going to address that because that's below me. That's below my pay grade. I can't. You couldn't do that. Because this is most definitely what I would have did. But see, I wouldn't have went on the show because I know what it's like to go on the show. You went on the show because they probably told you how much money you was gonna get per episode, and you was like, oh yeah, let me go on and check this out. There you go. And then you got caught up in some mess. Because that's what the show is. The show is messy. The show is messy. And you got caught up in some mess with a bunch of women. Now you on Twitter and Instagram Live trying to defend yourself, trying to make yourself look better. He said that burning sage was witchcraft. Girl, I don't care nothing about what these people think about what is and what is not witchcraft. I don't even worry about these people no more. He was on, I think it's the Housewives of Potomac. It's one of the Housewives shows. It's not Atlanta. I think it's Potomac. Because it's the one that I haven't even watched, period. But I stopped watching all of them though. I haven't watched the Housewives of Atlanta in a while. I didn't even know I could get it on my TV, but because we don't have regular cable. But somebody told me you can get it on Hulu or something. I don't know. I ain't looking for it because I don't even want to see it. I don't care. I mean, I mostly just watch YouTube. I watch my YouTube video. The people that I follow on YouTube, I watch those videos. I watch Amazon Prime, Hulu, Netflix. That's about it. I'm not into I really kind of stopped watching all of these reality shows because they all basically go in the same direction. It's a lot of drama, a lot of toxic behavior, and it just irritates me. It especially irritates me to see Black people allow themselves to be exploited for a little bit of money, to get up here and just make you look ignorant for $20,000 or $30,000. Like, I loved Black Ink, New York, with Caesar and all of them. But the way that Star, was being portrayed, and the way that her children, that she had lied about, came on the show, and then the boys were disrespecting her. It just got crazy. I stopped watching it. I unfollowed all of them on social media. I just didn't want to deal with them anymore. So I don't watch it. I feel like I don't live that type of life. I don't live a toxic life. My husband don't cuss at me. I don't cuss at him. So why would I want to ingest that? If I don't live that, I don't live around that. No one around me acts like that. Why would I want to ingest that into my spirit? If that's not how I live, I look at it with disdain. So why would I want to watch it? So I stopped. Even because I got to a point where I didn't even find that entertaining. It wasn't even entertaining to me. It wasn't funny. It wasn't entertaining. That level of drama just vexed my spirit. And it's easy when you don't want to watch something to just click it off. That's why I don't understand people that don't like me, how easy it is to control when you see me. If you don't like me, turn me off. Stop coming to my channel. It's so easy to do. But people don't want to do that. They want to hate me, but they've got to come over here and see what I'm doing. Then you don't hate me. You like me. You like me. You trying to figure out what it is about me that draws you to me. You dislike yourself. You mad at yourself because you trying to figure out why you like me. You like me though, because you keep coming over here watching my videos, trying to see what I'm doing, thumbs down in my videos and stuff. You like me. You may as well be just like everybody else, subscribe to the channel and become part of the family because you like me. But see, when I don't like something, I get rid of it. I get it completely out of my life. I will cut it off. I won't watch it. I went through my YouTube subscription today and was getting rid of all kind of people that I don't really watch. I don't even want them in, like, I don't want to be subscribed to channels that I don't even really watch. It's a lot of channels that, I don't watch anymore. So I don't want to be subscribed to them. So I went through and was cleaning house today. Because if I don't watch you, I don't want to be subscribed to you. I'm not going to check on you. I'm not going to, be going to your channel to see what you do. No, because I don't watch you. I don't like you. For real, for real. If I don't like something, I don't like it. I'm not going to come back and, what's she doing? No. I don't like you. I dislike you. I don't normally say that I hate people. But there are people that I dislike. And if I dislike you, I don't want to see you. And really, if I dislike you, I done told the ancestors and everybody else, hey, this is a person I need you to put them on the list. So I don't want to see you. There's people in this world that I don't ever want to see again. And I make sure that I don't. I'm not going to see you ever again. If it's my will. So, how long we been on here? 40 minutes. I'm going to show y'all how far I done got with my projects. Because, see, I've been minding my own business. I've been working on these 2 blankets. Because I think the baby is due in February or March. I'm not really sure. But I want to be finished. I want to be finished by the time she has her baby shower. So I've been busy. So this is one. And this is made with the granny square pattern. So it's going to be a complete square. So it was started I started in the round. But then I did the corners to make a square. So it's going to be a complete square when it's finished. And that is made with it's not 2 different blues. It is a ombre self-striping blue. So I can't tell what the next color blue is going to be because the yarn is ombre blue. So it goes from a light blue to a dark blue in a ombre striping weird kind of way that I really don't like. I really didn't specifically like the yarn, but after I got it, I was like, okay, well, we're going to have to deal with it. So I made, and I added the white to, bring the blue out. So I made that one. And this is, I don't know what I did. Oh, the needle was up there. This is this, I don't know what it's called. It's called like cloud something cloud yarn. I'm showing it to you like you can tell how soft it is. It is soft as a marshmallow. Just imagine squeezing a marshmallow. I think I threw the paper away. But I did the same pattern. Now this blanket is going to be one that you just throw over the crib or over the chair or something in the baby's room. It is a very pretty teal. I know you probably won't get that from this camera. But it is a very pretty teal and kind of a gray color. Very pretty. Extremely soft. But I think this would be more just like a little throw blanket to, like decorate the baby's room. So I'm making her. Yes, that what it is called, the cloud yarn? Because I threw the I always do that. I always end up throwing the paper away. It is so pretty and it's so soft. I mean, extremely soft, but it is super hard to work with. I had to use this big old size N, I think. No, P. Hook, which is 11.5 millimeters. That yarn is very, very hard to work with. I do not like working with hooks this big. So let me see, how much yarn do I have left? This all I got left, and I'm just gonna keep going until I get towards the end, and then I'm gonna probably put a scalloped, if I can. I'm gonna see how the scallop looks. I'm gonna put a, if the scallop don't work, then I'm gonna just put a white border around it, and that's gonna be it. I didn't really set out to make 2 blankets, but I didn't like the first. Well, I set out to make one in this thick yarn. Then I didn't like it. So I started the other one. No, I was gonna make a scarf out of that blue. Then I didn't like it. I took that down and I said, okay, well, I'll make the blanket out of that since I didn't like this. And so then I was like, okay, come on. I'm the type of person, I don't like to be defeated. When I start something, I like to, try to figure out how to finish it. And so I started again. I used a bigger, I started out with a needle that was a little bit smaller than that one. So then I got a bigger needle and it worked out a little bit better, and I started working it up, and I was like, okay, you know what, just go and finish it. So she gonna have 2 blankets. And you know what was crazy? I ain't never met this girl. I don't know her from a can of paint. I ain't never even seen this girl. I don't know her. This is one of my husband's co-workers. And Spirit just put it on my heart to make her a blanket. And so she's going to end up with 2. This is just a blessing. And I am that type of person. When I get a notion to do something for someone, I do it. So hopefully, I'm pretty sure if somebody did something like that, and I know that they're handmade, I would thoroughly appreciate it. Oh, Faith said, I really think the cloud yarn is easier to knit with than crochet. Really? You think using 2 needles would be easier than just doing one? For one thing, I don't know how to knit. I have no clue how to knit at all. Hey, beautiful magic. I have no clue how to knit at all. Okay, what I do want to learn next year is how to do is it called arm crochet or hand crochet? Arm crochet, right? Where you don't use a needle, a hook at all. You don't use anything but your fingers. So you do it all. You pull the loops through and stuff with your hands. They've been showing. I saw somebody doing it on Facebook. So I do want to try that. I do know that the yarn is a little bit more pricey But I mean, I just want to do at least, one project to see how it turns out. And this phone is filthy. See how it turns out. I need to clean it for real, for real. See how it turns out. And I need to get me a new case. I don't know why I thought I was gonna like this clear case. I don't know if y'all, oh yeah, you can see it. I liked it because it had sparkles in it, but now I don't like it. I think it's so boring. I need a interesting phone case. So I'm probably going to do that this weekend. So have y'all finished Christmas shopping? Y'all shopped out? Oh, you've done the hand arm knitting. Didn't know there was a crochet like that. Maybe it's knitting. Maybe it's arm knitting. It's something. Cause see, I don't know what the difference between the stitches would be different in knitting and crochet, right? So it would be the stitches that's different. I don't know if it's knitting or crochet. I just saw it and was like, I want to do it, but I don't know how to knit at all. But I'm willing to try to learn how to do that. I'm basically finished. Um, I do have to get something for my husband, who I have no idea um what to get for him. He's talking about he wants some books, but I don't want to buy him no books for Christmas. That seems so boring. But and I'm still looking for my Crocs. I still want some Crocs with the fuzzies on the inside. And I don't want to go to the Croc store because the Croc store near me is in an outlet mall that I don't see a deleted comment. I think it's still there. I mean, I can still see it on here. Um, um, it's in a outlet mall that stays very packed during um during the Christmas season. Like when I looked online, it said it was 30 minutes just to get into the parking lot. So I was like, oh, we definitely not going there. Not for no Crocs. Because that was the only thing that I, wanted to go to in the mall was to get the Crocs. So, but we ain't going there. So my grandson, he wants stuff that's online, so I don't have to worry about them. I think I'm finished with Amani. I think I've gotten all of her stuff. So all the Crocs that the last time we went to the store was packed with Crocs. Every Croc you could think of. So it don't. I mean, it could be they could be having a problem, but it don't seem like it because that store was packed. Do you hear me? I mean, Crocs that I hadn't even seen before. Like my husband got a pair, and the sole looks like the sole of like tennis shoes. It's not like the regular Croc sole. The sole looks like tennis shoes instead of like the regular Crocs. It was like some of their newer um, Crocs, and I kind of want a pair of those because they look like the top looks just like the regular Crocs, but the bottom looks like you got on a pair of tennis shoes. So I do kind of want a pair of those. Yeah, I heard of Eye Bright. I need to be doing something for my eyes because my eyes been tripping. Okay, KK, I'm getting ready to leave too, sweetie, because I'm getting hungry. I'm about to get off here and go fix me something to eat and probably let Gizmo out before it get too late. Honey, hey, it was raining here yesterday. Do you hear me? Storm came through here yesterday evening and we got some real rain. Now this morning when I got up it was dry, but looked like the clouds were trying to roll back in. But we got some rain yesterday. I mean, to the point where poor little Gizmo, we opened that door to let him out last night, honey. He heard that rain, and you must have seen him trying to turn around and go back in the house. But nah, bruh, you got going on outside and pee, okay? So you run your little butt on out there. But see, the thing with Gizmo is we done bought him jackets and everything, and he don't want to wear them. So go your butt on out there and pee and come on back in this house. So he finally went out there and he went out there, honey, and used the bathroom and hurried up and brought his butt back in the house. I saw that snow in New York. I saw it on the news. Y'all got some real snow. Yeah, I saw that. I saw people, they had a pile up on the, looked like some bridge in New York. It was like a 16-car pile up or something. And people were sliding all over. See, I couldn't even imagine that, Jesus. I couldn't even imagine it. I'm not used to that kind of weather. Like we have to, where we are in California, we have to drive up to Nevada to go to the snow. And that is a good 4 hours away from us. So, and we don't go often. We don't go up there often. But the last time we drove up there, I mean, it's a beautiful sight. But I couldn't imagine living there in Reno or Tahoe. I can imagine living somewhere where it snowed like that. You know, like people driving down the street and you got snow on the top of your car. I mean, passing by everybody's house and it's snow on the roofs. And I mean, it was just snow everywhere. I couldn't even imagine that. You had rain with ice. See, the thing is, here in California, when it rains, the temperature always goes up slightly. It's not as cold when it rains. So it's not as cold now as it been because it had been pretty chilly here. Like we had been getting some pretty cold it's 55 degrees. Like last week it had dropped down into the 40s. So I'm pretty sure it was in the 60s earlier. So it's not as cold as it had been because we got some rain. So hopefully, I mean, we'll get a little bit of rain, but it's not like, oh, hello from Michigan. I'm pretty sure y'all getting snow too. Oh, really? Now the snow is hard as ice. Yeah, see, I couldn't deal with that, Heather. I'm sorry, sweetie. You can have that. I mean, before we got rain, I went to the store and it was people in the store in shorts and flip flops. I mean, but this is California. This is California. A lot of people here wear shorts and flip flops and stuff all year round, or shorts and Ugg boots. You know, I'm always seeing the younger girls with shorts and Uggs on. You know, the classic young girl outfit is a Hollister hoodie or a Gap hoodie or Old Navy hoodie with shorts and Ugg boots. I guess their legs don't get cold. Oh, she said not as much as New York. Yeah, I saw that on the news. And um, New York got a lot. Well, I'm praying for y'all because I did hear that in some places in New York, some people did lose their power and stuff. So, hoping that, they got their power back. Lake St. Clair. Anybody who lives, to me, anybody that lives close to the lake or close to the water is just a beautiful area. Like, to me, parts of Florida is really beautiful. I don't think I could live in Florida because I don't think I could deal with um the heat and stuff. I don't know, but I watch a couple of YouTubers that live in Florida, and it just seems so beautiful. I ain't trying to leave California, but it does seem beautiful. But I'm a Cali girl through and through. I've been here all my life, 56 years of California, and I just really cannot see myself moving anyplace else. Oh, you live on Long Island? Oh, okay. Okay. When I visited Michigan, I was astounded by the beauty of your state. Well, you know what I think is places where the they get real seasons where they get a lot of rain, they get, snow and all of that stuff during the winter. Like, their summers and springs are so much more vibrant because the plants and, plant life and trees are getting all of the water and stuff that they really need and desire. I mean, California is beautiful too, even though we don't get a whole lot of rain. We still have a lot of beautiful trees and, greenery and foliage and stuff, but it is, California is surrounded by water, so they getting water probably from the ocean some kind of way up under there. The water is getting to them because even when California went through what they considered the drought for however long it was, that we wasn't really getting close to the rain that we are supposed to get, it still stayed green. Everything still stayed, green around here, and it was still beautiful. Yeah, see, we don't get that here. I don't think we don't have seasons. We don't really have a true winter here in California because it may rain today and then tomorrow it's back to 60 or 70 degrees. That's not a real winter. We don't get um major storms and stuff like they do in other areas. Like, the trees change. I noticed that the leaves fall off the trees and they turn brown and they go through all of that, but we don't have like a serious winter here, which I enjoy because I don't like bad weather because, for one, I'm not used to it. So, I don't like it. Kidders, I was born at Edwards Air Force Base. Oh, California, but I guess we moved to Michigan when I was a year old. Oh, okay. Okay. Edwards Air Force Base. A lot of the bases here in California have shut down. I think Travis, is that here in California? We have something that's still open, but a lot of the army base that was here in Oakland and the naval base, which was in Alameda, where I used to work. That's where I used to work. Has been closed since the 90s. With the husband having been military, we have lived all over, but always come back to North Carolina, South Carolina area. Oh, okay. Yeah, my husband was in the military also. He was in the army. But we weren't married then. That was before we got married. Hey, blessed goddess. We doing good, girl. We done been on here talking for an hour. I'm about to get off here, plug this computer into the thing, the modem, so this video can upload and fix me something to eat. I think I'm gonna fix me a smoothie. I got on a scale yesterday and I probably should not have, but I did. And I've gained 5 pounds. And I said that I wasn't going to, freak out until, the beginning of the year. I said, you know how you say in your mind, this is holiday season and you're just going to deal with, whatever the scale says. Okay. So that was a lie. I got on the scale and saw those 5 pounds and just freaked out. Like literally lost my mind. Like you would have swore it was 20 pounds. I mean, I went into a depression and, was thinking my clothes was fitting tighter and everything. I told my husband, he was like, how much weight did you gain? I was like, 5 pounds. He was like, girl, you don't go sit down somewhere. So I got to tighten up. I got to at least act like I have some sense. And I know what it is. I've been drinking a soda every day and one of these sweet teas every day. Like it takes me all day to drink it because it's 18 ounces. And I start drinking it in the morning. And I got like a little bit left. I drink one of these and one Sprite every day. And I think that's just too much. So I'm going to have to stop doing that. Yeah, girl. I shouldn't have got on that scale. I knew that. I knew I shouldn't have got on that. I don't even know why I got on that scale to begin with. But the scale called me. The scale was like, hey girl, hey, I miss you. What you doing? Come here. Come here. I got something to tell you. And I got on that scale, honey. I think that scale is demonic. I'm going to have to pray over that scale. Please don't start with no donuts because we went to Krispy Kreme. It was about 2 weeks ago and got a whole bunch of donuts. And now I want to go back to Krispy Kreme. Oh, see, I don't have an eating disorder, but it does make me not want to eat. I really do. In the first of the year, I really do need to go back to veganism. I really do. Because I was doing so good when I was a vegan. I was really, really watching what I was eating. I was, reading the ingredients of food and stuff. I felt so much better. I lost so much weight. And then I started eating chicken again, and it just went downhill from there. So the first of the year, that is my goal to, try to be a vegan again. I mean, because being a vegan is difficult. It really is difficult not eating meat. I don't care what nobody says. It's hard to not eat meat, especially if you enjoy it like I do. So I'm going to work on that. And I am going to work on that spell that I said we were going to work on so that we can drop some of these things from 2020. We do not want to walk into 2021 carrying the baggage of 2020 because this has been a heavy year. And we want to make sure that we do not start the next year carrying all of this stuff from this year. We want to make sure that we leave this stuff here. My mother wasn't kind to me as a child, so scales and food became an issue. I found cutting out sugar and artificial sweeteners to be helpful in losing, extremely helpful. Extremely. That was one of the things that, when I was a vegan, that was one of the things that I specifically cut out. Like I wasn't drinking soda. I wasn't, doing white sugar, white flour. I stayed away from a lot of that stuff and I did lose weight. But when I stopped eating healthy, of course, then you're able to eat, then I went back to eating all of the junk food that I wanted. And then, of course, the food came back. As I said, 2020 don't count for me this year. I'll be 49 again. Okay? Yeah. I should be like, yeah, we did. I demand a do-over. I'm still 55. Okay? Because this has been, I don't remember another year this crazy. This year has been cray cray. And then we're going to go into next year with rollover mess from this year. Because everything from a lot of stuff from this year is going to follow us into next year. So we got to make sure that we're going into the year light because it is going to be a lot of stuff from this year. Yeah, I'm 55 again. I'm not. This year don't count. It don't. It's just, it was too much stuff going on this year. I mean, I didn't even really get a chance to celebrate my birthday. I didn't even really get a chance to do anything nice. We didn't get a chance to celebrate our anniversary. We didn't get a chance to do anything. We couldn't go out to eat because all of the restaurants were, no dine-in. It was takeout only. And, I had in my mind, I had all of these places that I wanted to go for our anniversary. Like I wanted us to go to a restaurant that was like near the water, that had, a nice view. All that was shot. We couldn't do none of that. So I'm just really praying that all of this will be over next year and we can go back to, living our regular lives. The kids can go back to school and they won't be stuck at home, not doing any, not seeing their friends and, because I know they bored. Like we as adults, we're looking at all of the things that we can't do. And we're not even thinking about our children, how, they are probably feeling like they're in prison. They can't be with their friends. They can't play. They can't go to Chuck E. Cheese. They can't do nothing. Oh, babies, they stuck at home. So Hopefully next year will be better. So I'm finna go, y'all. I think no, I didn't. I tried to order this wig last night, but I didn't order it. But I'm probably going to order it today. So I am going to, as soon as that wig comes, I'm going to do another wig review. We're going to talk about that. So I don't know. I'll see you guys later. I love you. Thank you so much for coming and participating. Say a prayer for Vanessa Bryant because she got enough on her plate to be dealing with her crazy ass mama. Okay, so say a prayer for her and her kids, and say a prayer for her mama too, that her mama will get her mind right and leave her daughter alone and let her grieve and process. It ain't even been a year. Kobe ain't been gone a year, and you bugging that girl already. So say a prayer for her that she get her mind right, her mama, and she gone and live her life and let her daughter live hers. Because if you can't be a help to your daughter, then leave her alone. Seriously. Okay, so we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you. Bye.